Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Pleased to be with you again, my dear students. Grade 9 students, our lesson today is 10B, Read A and B. Students book page 108, workbook page 106. Let's get started. First, let's have a look at our learning objectives for today. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to 1. Recognize some vocabulary items related to embarrassing situations. 2. Identify what happened in 3 situations after skimming them. And 3. Match the statements with the correct persons. Now, let's start with the pre-reading stage. Now, could you please open your student's book, page 108. Where can you find this text? This is the text on page 108. Where can you find this text? On a medical website, in a brochure, in a novel, or in a magazine? What do you think? Great, we can find it in a magazine. Now, could you please tell me what the title of our lesson is? Great, it's Now That's Embarrassing. The question is, what do you think the texts are about? Yes, try to guess. Wonderful. It's about people's accounts of embarrassing moments or embarrassing situations. Now it's time to learn some new vocabulary items that you will see in the text. Our first word for today is approach. Could you please repeat it? Approach. Now look at this picture. He is about to approach the end of the road. So what do you think approach means? Wonderful. It means to come closer. Now let's have an example of this word. She approached the door and opened it. Now it's your turn to use the word approach in a sentence of your own. Go ahead. And our second word is by accident. By accident. Look at this picture. Someone has spilled coffee on the keyboard. So what do you think by accident means? Excellent. It means when something that was not planned happens. Now let's have an example of this word. I broke the window by accident. Now what about you? Can you use this word in a sentence? Go ahead. And our third word for today is eventually. Eventually. Now look at this picture. This girl is very happy. She eventually finished her exams. Now what do you think eventually means? It means finally or in the end. Excellent. Now let's have an example of this word. I got lost in the city, but eventually I found our way back. Now what about you? Can you use it in a sentence? Go ahead. And our next word is thief. Thief. Look at this picture. This man is a thief. What do you think thief means? Very good. It means someone who takes things that aren't theirs from a person or a place. Now let's use it in a sentence. A thief stole my mobile and ran away. Now, could you please use the word or this word in a sentence of your own? Go on. Now let's have this word, smash into. Smash into. Look at this picture. This car has smashed into a pole. Now what do you think smash into means? Very good. It means to crash into something. Now let's use it in a sentence. He didn't see the glass door and smashed into it. Now could you please use it in a sentence of your own? And our next word is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Could you please repeat it? Now look at this picture. This man is wearing a ridiculous hat. Now, what do you think ridiculous means? Good, it means deserving to be laughed at. Now let's use it in a sentence. Take off that hat, Hamad. It looks ridiculous. Now it's your turn to use it in a sentence of your own. Go ahead. Now let's move on to the while reading stage. Again, Students' Book, page 108. To read. Look at the pictures. What do you think happened? Read the text, quickly skim, and check your answers. These two pictures are related to the first text. Look at these pictures. What do you think happened? Look at this picture. This picture is related to the second text. What do you think happened? And look at this picture. This one is related to the third text. What do you think happened? Could you please read the text quickly, skim the texts, and try to check your answers? So now let's listen to Linda Jameson talking about what happened to her. Now you are going to listen and answer the question. What happened to Linda Jameson? Listen, please.
1. So there I was, sitting at the station waiting for my train. I was reading my book and wasn't really paying attention to what was going on around me. The train approached, and when it stopped, I picked up my bag and quickly got on. Then I heard a woman shouting, "Stop, thief!" I looked around and saw the woman get on the train and walk straight up to me. I couldn't believe my ears. She kept saying that I was a thief and that I had stolen her bag. That's when I realized I had my bag on my shoulder and her bag in my hand. I apologized and told her that I had done it by accident, but I don't think she believed me. Luckily, she didn't call the police. Linda Jameson.
Okay, now what happened to Linda Jameson? What do you think? Excellent. Linda took another woman's bag and the woman started shouting. Now let's go to the second situation. We are going to listen to Carl Winters. He is going to tell us about what happened to him. Listen and try to answer the question. What happened to Carl Winters? Listen.
2.
I was in the car with two friends the other day when my sister called to say she needed a bottle of milk. We stopped at a shop on the way, and my friends waited in the car while I went to buy the milk. When I got into the back seat of the car, I closed the door and told them that we could leave. But nothing happened and the car didn't move. That's when I noticed a man and a lady looking at me in surprise. I was in the wrong car. When I realized my mistake, I went as red as a beetroot. Carl Winters.
Yes, what happened to Carl Winters? What do you think? Excellent. Carl got into the wrong car because he thought it was his friend's car. Well done. And now let's go to the third situation, narrated by Henry Walker. Listen and try to answer the question. What happened to Henry Walker? Listen, please.
3.
This happened during one of my lunch breaks from work. I was eating a sandwich in the park and some kids were playing football nearby. They were kicking the ball in my direction and almost hit me a couple of times. I tried to ignore them, but they were really driving me up the wall. I told them I wanted some peace and quiet, but they didn't go away. Eventually, the ball hit me right on the head. I was furious. So I took the ball and kicked it in the opposite direction. Unfortunately, it smashed into a shop window. It was a ridiculous reaction, I know. I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. Henry Walker.
Yes, what happened to Henry Walker? What do you think? Very good. Henry kicked some kid's ball and it smashed into a shop window. Good job, students. Now let's go to Task B, Student's Book, page 108. Read the text again and write L for Linda, C for Carl, or H for Henry for the statements below. Here we have 5 statements. What you are going to do now is to pause the video, read the text again, and try to find out who each of these statements belongs to. Go ahead. Okay, now let's answer them together. Number 1. I reacted without thinking. Who do you think this sentence belongs to? Who reacted without thinking? Is it Linda, Carl, or Henry? Excellent, it's Henry. Can you tell me the sentence which refers to that? Very good. This is the sentence which shows that Henry reacted without thinking. Now, number 2. Someone thought I had done something on purpose. Who does this sentence belong to? Very good. It belongs to Linda. Can you tell me the sentence which shows that? Great. This is the sentence which shows that someone thought that Linda had done something on purpose. Now, number 3. Someone said I had done something I hadn't. Who do you think this sentence belongs to? Great. It belongs to Linda as well. And this is the sentence which shows that. Now, number 4. Some people thought I had done something strange. Who do you think this sentence belongs to? Excellent. It belongs to Carl. Now, this is the sentence which shows that some people thought that Carl had done something strange. Now, the last one, number 5. I was angry with what happened to me. Who was angry with what happened to him or her? What do you think? Excellent. It's Henry. Can you tell me the sentence which shows that? Great. This is the sentence which shows that Henry was angry with what happened to him. Well done, students. Now let's go to the post-reading stage. Over to you. Discuss. Which of the situations in activity A do you think is the most embarrassing? Why? What do you think? Which of the situations is the most embarrassing? Pause the video and try to think of the answer for this question. Now let's have this suggested answer. I think the most embarrassing situation is Henry's because he smashed a shop window and made a fool of himself in front of kids. Now could you please open your workbook, page 106. Exercise B. Complete with the words in the box. Here we have 7 sentences. What you are going to do is to complete these sentences using these words in the blue box. Go ahead. Now could you please check your answers? And here we come to the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching. See you later.